Hi everyone, my name is Lucia Andrade and I am the founder of Soul Healing, the Mastery of Well-Being. Throughout my childhood, teenage years, early adulthood, and now going into my 40s in a few years, I have grasped so many different kind of modalities for self-help, for self-love. As a child, I do recall being connected with this unknown space. What I mean by unknown space is things that happen that you do not comprehend as to why they happened, or why you see things, why you hear things, why you're able to tap into someone else's reality via your dreams. So I find it very fascinating that we are able to do many things that people brush this off as, oh, that's just in their mind, it's just a fantasy world. Things like this don't happen, but they do. In my childhood, I remember hearing like conversations or like loud things. I remember this one time where I was hearing like, I don't know, like a woman kind of like I don't know, I just know it wasn't my parents, it wasn't my other siblings, but it kind of like frightened me. So I'm like, what is going on? Why am I hearing this? And so I remember I started walking into the living room, and then back then we had like those huge TVs, like really thick and really heavy, and it was moved across the room like at a diagonal slope or angle. It was at an angle like this across the living room. And I'm like, what the heck? What is this? So I ran into the room to wake up my sister, one of my sisters. I'm like, please come with me, please come with me. You have to see this. I was hearing noises, and we both went walking towards the hall and into the living room, and she saw that it was like that too. So we went to go ask my mom. I'm like, Mom, why is the TV like this? She didn't have an answer. She said it wasn't her and it wasn't my dad. Like, it wasn't anyone in the house who moved it. So we had no no explanation at all. And another incident that I remember, I was 13, 14 years old. I remember lying down on my bed, and all of a sudden I feel like my body, like something heavy is on me, and I couldn't move. I could not speak, but I could move my eyes. I mean, my eyes were wide open. I wasn't even sleeping. I didn't even fall asleep. Like, I didn't. So I'm like looking at my room, everything the same, but I feel like this, like detained, like on my bed, like I could not move at all. And then all of a sudden, this ringing in my ear, my left ear, beep, starts ringing, and then it kind of feels like, whew, and then I hear someone say, I need to speak with you. I need to tell you something. and it was this strong voice of a man. And of course, that scared the woo out of me. And I'm just like, oh, trying to move, and I'm like, oh no. The only thing I could say at that time was like, oh God, please help me. Just help me, help me, help me. Like, please help me move. And I struggled for some time trying to get myself out of that situation until I finally was able to let go, like whatever that was holding me down, like whew. And then I'm like like this whole breath like came out forcefully. So then I ran to my mom, and I told her, like, Mom, I just heard somebody's talking to me. They said they wanted to tell me something, that they needed to speak with me. And of course, my mom, she said, oh no, it was just a pesadilla. It was just a nightmare. Like, I don't listen to or try not to think much about it. And but I knew it happened. I really knew it happened, and she probably just said that so, you know, I won't be worried. But that happened. And then just different kind of stories throughout that time and to present, where I would see things, and then this one while I was working, since I started working in the medical field, it was like for 16 years that I did that. But somehow, I guess, being there because I wanted to help people, make them feel better, that I grew this connection with being able to kind of like sense what is going on with them. There was a few incidents, but this one that I remember, I was at home and I was cleaning up. I kind of paused because I'm like, should I say this one or should I say this one or this one? But I'm just gonna tell you this one what happened. So I was cleaning up at home, and then all of a sudden, when I got to this part in my room, there was just like this strong aroma. And I'm like, you know, smelling at other places, but it was just right there, like this strong aroma. And then when I kind of like, the aroma and my mind kind of coordinated where I recognized that from, it kind of gave me chills all over my body, because that certain aroma came from a patient, like their cologne or lotions or whatever that this patient used. It was the patient. And what happened was, when I realized that I felt, see, right now I'm even getting goosebumps. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see my goosebumps, but they're there. When I realized that this was the patient, automatically I said, okay, if you're here, then that means that you are getting ready to cross over, and you're not in your physical body. So I said, if that's the case, and this is your time, then just go and go into the light. That's what I said. Just walk into the light. And then when I'm like saying this within me, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, wasn't I just cleaning? Like, where did this come from? Like, how? And I'm just kind of like, whoa, like took a step back and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what that was, but it just happened. So then I just kind of like brushed it off, and then I kept cleaning and kind of, just went about my day. And then the next day when I get to work, and then I sit down at my desk, and then my coworker's like, Lucia, guess what? And then she told me that patient had just passed away on the weekend. Oh my goodness. And when she told me that, like, my eyes grew teary because I want to cry now. I'm just trying to calm myself down. Because then I start sounding like Kermit the Frog. When I cry ugly. You can hear it in my voice. But back to what I was saying. It's just that you get to have this connection with patients. And they kind of, they become your family. And I just felt like he said bye to me. And that felt special. It did. So, sorry. I'm a very emotional person, as you can see. So that's why I say, like, our human connection is so powerful. If only, like, we knew the importance or the abilities that we have where we can connect even when we're not physically together. There is a link between all of us. As you can see, that patient proved it to me. And ever since then, like, I just noticed, like, other things happening with other patients. One patient that was really ill, and I believe they were having like a stroke. As they walked in, I just had like this this pain in my head, and then I just immediately told him to go to the ER. Of course, the doctor also said that, but before them seeing the doctor, like, it was just a strong message that I needed to go. Just, incidents like this, having a dream of a relative, and in the dream I could clearly see the word anemia, and I can smell the blood, and it was just like in big bold letters. And I told my sister, this is what I dreamt of you, please go check it out, please go check it out. And I don't think she listened at that time. She didn't listen, and her situation got pretty bad. It was like so bad that she needed transfusions. So this is why I'm saying, like, I'm just giving you a glimpse into my world, into things that I've been through, that I see, hear, dream, feel, stuff. Just so you can see, I guess, where all this that I'm doing, why I'm doing. Like I said, I was in the medical field for a long time because I love helping. I love helping others. I don't know, maybe in a past life of mine, I was broken, like really broken, and that feeling like it's still a part of me, and it still lingers in here. And I know when I feel broken, when I feel down, I know I have tools that can help me elevate myself and better myself. And I feel like I have that connection to help others do the same, because I hate when I'm in that state of being, that emotional state, that times when I feel icky. We all have that. We all have those days when doubt creeps in, insecurities creep in. But there are always brighter days. There's always things that you can do to acknowledge those emotions, because we need to acknowledge those emotions. We need to know why they're here, why we allow them to stay here. Why are we holding on to those emotions? Is it because we feel comfortable within them and we're afraid to move out of those emotions? Are we scared to feel uplifting emotions? There could be so many things that trigger these feelings within us. But I just want you to know that there are various modalities. Like I said, what I practice Reiki, energy healing. That's synchronized healing. If you are aware that we're having a session, I feel like these two energies just make a bigger, brighter bond, that the healing begins at an even deeper level. As I said about the dreams, when this happens, I'm not like, oh, let me dream this person, come on, and then I dream them. It's not synchronized, or it possibly is, but not known, like intentionally. But the Reiki, it's intentional. Imagine how much stronger that vibration is, that healing can be when we're synchronized. I do sound healing. Sound healing came to me in a time where I was in my dark state, physical, my physical health, my emotional health, relationship. Things were happening, within my family. It came to me when I needed it. And when I went to a sound bath, I literally felt my body. I felt like if I was floating. I could not feel the ground beneath me. And I just felt this sense of ease and comfort and beautiful vibrations within me. Every single part of me was vibrating at a higher state. And I loved it. So I reached out to my teacher. And I took the courses with her, the teacher training. And it was a very personal, loving experience that I would never forget. And while I was there, receiving the healing from the other healers, I could literally see the sound making objects. And now that I know, it's like the sacred geometry. The Star of David started forming. And I didn't know any of this. Like, I didn't know what the significance of this imagery that I was seeing. Like, I had no clue. I was just healing. I was starting to heal at a deeper level without even realizing, like not knowing that I was. I could see the one triangle form first, and then the other one formed, and then they merged together and they made that what they call the Star of David. It was just so beautiful. Like, it was such a beautiful experience that I was so grateful to have the opportunity and learn and understand and really feel it, that I just excuse me, that I just said, this needs to be shared. I cannot just contain it within and just benefit for myself. No, like, it needs to be shared. If it feels for you to practice it, do it. It's such a loving vibration that you get from it, especially when you're with someone, the teacher, the healer. When you feel it in your being that their intentions are pure and they're coming from an area of love and respect and compassion, like, there's no measure for that feeling. So that's why I do that work, because I know how it is when you're feeling sick on any level, and I know what it is to feel when you're feeling really good and in a good space. But I do that, and then recently I've developed this way of reading strings, hair strands, when I'm in the shower. But when I'm not in the shower, it's with a thread readings. And as I have explained on a previous video, that these things, these ways of healing and insights and messages from your guides is just like bam, 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 back to back, like you listen to those. There are messages within your higher self giving you hints and guidance so you could be the best you possible. You listen to those. And even if you feel right in doing something, but then it goes wrong, like there's always something within that you did that you're gonna learn from. Like nothing that we do here is a mistake. Nothing. It is part of your journey. You do this, you're doing it, you're evolving, you're transforming, you're transitioning into your higher, better, best version of yourself. Like all of this has a meaning. All of it has a meaning. So this is why I do what I do. I also do jewelry. Since I was in middle school, I loved making my own earrings and my necklaces and my rings and bracelets with beads. And it feels like things that I was doing back then when I was little, it's resurfacing now. Like I would always dance. I loved moving my body. I'm not a professional dancer or anything, but I just move to whatever my soul is asking of me to do at that moment. Feeling the moment. I remember since I was little, since I have a lot of siblings, like they would like go in a circle and I'm in the middle dancing, just dancing. And then I remember like, give me five, give me five, give me five. I would tell everybody to give me five, like as I'm dancing, going like that to them. Like I will never forget that. And then about the string. Okay, so I would take this red string and I would wrap it around myself like this. And I would tell them that the string protected me and that it made me feel warmth, really warm and good inside. The string, the simple red thread offered protection since I was 5. And look at this, these red threads, they're used by various cultures as protection. So I knew that when I was little, and it came back in my adult life. And then the bead, the waist bead. The waist bead, I was talking to my sister about the string, and then but like days before, this strong feeling like within me just wanted me to know about the waist beads. Like something within me wanted me to learn the significance of the waist beads. And so I can't remember how it came to be, but then I learned that it's mostly used like in African culture, in the African culture, to wear these to symbolize strength, worthiness. Sometimes they're used like for health purposes, meaning like taking care of yourself a bit more. You know, if we're gaining a little bit more weight, then you know it would be too tight, so then you would work on your eating habits and things like that. It would signify someone going into, you know, their womanhood, just so many different empowering aspects of the waist beads, and one can keep it covered. No need to show it. It's just for like a personal reminder of your strength, of your courage, of your worthiness in your waist. And some people choose to show it, so it's, you know, whatever grows from you to either show it or not. That's totally up to you. But I was talking to my sister about the red string and reminding her like how I would talk about that, and then I had told her about the tradition of wearing the waist beads. And I kid you not, shortly after that conversation that we had, this artist on my feed on Instagram had just posted a picture of this wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous African woman, and she had beads in her waist. And oh my gosh, I got chills again. I got chills because it was just validation, a confirmation from the ancestors, from the universe, from my higher self, saying, yes, you know, you're on your path of learning about these teachings. So it's like things that are I feel like resurfacing, because it feels known to me. It really feels known to me. I feel like it's just like reminders of what tools we can use to help us feel better and uplifted. So when I saw that painting, I just felt like, wow, thank you so much. Like I felt so honored and just so happy within myself, because I used to always think before that I'm like, am I losing it? Like, am I just making things up? Like, am I really just making things up? And maybe I'm connecting things, but no, I am not making anything up. It's just synchronicity, like so apparent that this happens, and then something else shows you that you're not crazy or you're not losing it. So I just love that. I love how everything is showing up, and this making the jewelry, weaving. I feel maybe again the thread has a lot of significance. You know, we are the weavers of our reality. We could weave a pattern, we could just ball it up and let it sit there. We can do very beautiful shapes. It's like whatever you want to make it, whatever you want to make your thread into, you can totally do it. You could weave it the way you want and make beautiful pieces that inspire you, that remind you about who you are evolving to, because we're always changing, we're constantly changing. How did we begin with the cell division? We just like, you know, replicating and making us, and it's just a process. We are still changing every single day. We are still us, but we are evolving all the time. we're evolving into our highest, best self. And for me, it's just a reminder. It's just a reminder. And yeah, I just really just wanted to share with you who I am and why I do what I do. So I thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, press like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.